Okay. Hi Ryan, how are you going?
Not too good.
No, not too good since our last session.
Yeah, no, still got the pretty bad social anxiety out in public and stuff.
Yeah, okay, that's not too good to hear.
No.
I did just want to quickly go over the confidentiality as well that I did mention last session.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that we're still on the same page, so everything that's said between us here in this room stays between us. And it's only if you were to hurt yourself, someone else, if a child's in danger,
Yeah.
that would change.
Okay.
So we're still all good with that?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So you're saying you're not feeling too good. So how'd you feel after our last session?
Yeah, I felt okay. But then I started going back to class and stuff and back at work and stuff, and it just sort of everything just started hitting me again. All that anxiety.
So you say you felt okay after our session, so you feel like it potentially helped with how you were feeling?
Yeah, I think it was good just to sort of talk about it a little bit, yeah.
Okay, good to know. And this anxiety that you just mentioned, what does that look like for you?
Just when I'm out in public, it just feels like people are looking at me, thinking negatively of me. Yeah, like people just sort of judging me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You were telling me a bit about that in our last session, actually.
Yeah.
About feeling judged, that you felt like people were thinking negative of you.
Yeah.
Tight chest,
Yeah.
sweating, and it definitely seems to come around when you're in public. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do in those moments? Have you had time in public since our last session?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I usually just try and run away, like go back home to my safe space. Or if I'm out in public, like at a shopping centre, I'll go hide in the toilets or something.
And then at uni, what do you do? Where's your safe place?
I just go home.
Yeah, you just go home?
I just leave the classroom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you did mention that you had that place in your last session at uni that you go to. It's like a bit more of a secluded kind of picnic area.
Yeah.
Is that somewhere that you've been in the past?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I go there a lot, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, usually in the afternoon when it's not so busy up that way. No one usually goes there in the afternoon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So based off, a lot of the information that you have given me in our last session, I was kind of thinking about trying this approach with you. It's called cognitive behavioural therapy. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I've never heard of it before.
No?
No.
Okay, and what I might do is I'll just explain it a bit just to try and make it make sense to you. So cognitive behavioural therapy, known as CBT, it's a way of looking at how your thoughts, your feelings and actions, how they're all connected. Sometimes we can have unhelpful thoughts and can lead to quite difficult emotions and behaviours that can make us feel like we are stuck in our current situation. So CBT, where it helps is noticing patterns and being able to challenge them and potentially having new ways of thinking and responding to those thoughts and feelings. The goal is to give you practical tools that you can use in everyday life to feel more in control. And I would just like to bring up this kind of diagram for you, just to kind of show you. Sorry, let me get this up. So this is the CBT model here. So you've got the situation. So something happens, you've got the thought, the situation is interpreted, the emotion, a feeling occurs as a result of the thought, and the behaviour, so an action in response to the emotion. So potentially, by using this model, we might be able to have a look at your current situation of feeling that anxiety in your public place.
Yeah.
That bring up those thoughts that, you know, people are judging me, feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then those feelings that come up for you, so you feel, you know, sad or angry, and then the behaviour, in your case for the situation of being in public, you usually say you like to try to go home, go to that quiet spot at uni, go hide in the toilet at the shops. So can you kind of see how all of them...
They're all connected.
Yeah, they're all connected. So if you're willing to, I'm happy to go through the CBT approach with you to help with some of those unhelpful thinking
that sounds
that you
good.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. So, apologies. Just going to get up. Here we go. So, there's a range of unhelpful thinking styles that we can have, and I just wanted to kind of show you this diagram to see if any kind of stick out to you. So unhelpful thinking styles could be all or nothing thinking.
Yeah.
So sometimes called black and white thinking. So you might feel like if I'm not perfect, I've failed. You've got overgeneralizing. So you know, everything never happens the way I want it to happen, stuff like that. The mental filter, so only paying attention to certain types of evidence. You got disqualifying the positive, self-explanatory there. Jumping to conclusions, trying to mind read or fortune tell. You got magnification, known as catastrophizing a situation or also minimizing a situation. Emotional reasoning. So assuming sometimes that we feel a certain way, so that must be true. Using words like should or must can help to increase that guilt. You got personalization, so blaming yourself or taking responsibility for something that wasn't completely your fault. And then you've also got labeling, so, you know, calling yourself stupid or I'm a loser, stuff like that. So kind of based off those unhelpful thinking styles, are there any kind of jumping out to you that you potentially might have?
Yeah, maybe there's a couple there actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you want to tell me a bit about that? I'll just write some notes as I go.
Yeah, maybe a lot of it really, like catastrophizing, it's a big one. Jumping to conclusions, overgeneralizing, all or nothing. Yeah, they all like sort of stand out to me.
Yeah, catastrophizing, jumping to conclusion, and sorry, what was the last one or two that you said?
Overgeneralizing and all or nothing thinking.
And then all or nothing. So by kind of looking at those styles and recognizing that some you feel resonate with you, how is that sitting with you right now?
Yeah, I think that's sort of what I could go with.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about having those, like what feelings come up for you when I show you those unhelpful thinking styles?
I just feel like it relates with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel like it it brings a kind of clarity to the way your mind is working currently.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know. Let me just pop that back there. So you've identified 4 that you definitely confidently connect with, and that's fine. So what I was thinking that maybe we might be able to do is, in CBT, there is kind of like, I don't like to use the word homework, but essentially that's kind of what it is. So I do have a template here for a thought diary, and I thought maybe we could start it together in session to kind of get you to understand how it works. If you've got any questions, we can hopefully answer them in this session, and then you can go off after our session to finish it off or continue it. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're happy to start maybe with this thought journal, just to try and start connecting the CBT approach with your current situation. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. So I will have my laptop here, and I'll just be writing down on the thought diary. It's all digital these days.
Yeah.
So with the thought diary, we're using a ABCD model.
Yep.
So what I mean by that is, A is the activating event, so the situation. We might just go through one at a time so I don't overwhelm you. So the activating event. So this may include an actual event or situation, a thought, a mental picture, or physical trigger. So if we're thinking about your activating event, what would you say it is? So when you're feeling that anxiety, what's the activating event that you think causes that to start?
Being in public.
Being in public? Yep. Anything else, or that's just the really solid one that stands out?
That's what triggers it.
Yep. Okay, so being in public, that's the activating event. Then we've got the beliefs. So I would like to discuss the self-statements of what you're thinking and what you're saying to yourself when that event does happen. So what thoughts are happening for you when you are out in public?
I think people think that I'm not meant to be there.
Yep.
People think that I'm weird. And yeah, and people think that I'm just not good enough to be around.
Yep. Okay, people think I'm not meant to be there, people think that I'm weird, and people think that I'm not good enough. And that's what you're thinking that's your beliefs of yourself when being in public. Okay, so I've just written them down. And consequences, so ABC, so we're at consequences now, which is writing down words that describe how you are feeling. So how, emotions, what's happening for you in your body when you're in that situation, you're thinking all of those thoughts. What does that make you feel emotionally?
It makes me feel very stressed.
Yep.
Yeah. Very anxious.
Yep.
Very tight chested.
Yep. So like physical.
Yeah, physical anxiety.
Yep.
Yeah, it's and yeah, just feel panicky.
Yep.
Yeah.
You feel some panic.
Yeah.
Yep. And so what I would also just kind of like to know about those feelings is how deep they are on a scale of, say, 1 to 10. So 0 to 10. So 0 being you're not really feeling stressed at all. to 10, oh my god, I'm the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life, I can't cope.
Yeah.
So if that's the scale,
Yeah.
In terms of being in public, how would you rate 0 to 10 for being stressed?
Oh, usually it gets like a 9.
9?
Yeah. 8
Okay.
or 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll write 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Anxious?
Anxious, about the same, 8 or 9.
About the same, 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
And that physical pain, that
Yeah.
physical sensation that you feel,
Yeah, it's like a 10.
and then that panic that you said that you feel,
Yeah, like 8 or 9.
8 or 9 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So quite high.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
How does that feel, rating, like putting a scale on how you feel?
Yeah, it just makes me feel like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like makes me like, oh yeah, pretty bad.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with the thought diary, the ABCD model, we've done the activating event, being in public, the beliefs that you have, which are people think I'm not meant to be there, people think that I'm weird, people think that I'm not good enough,
Yeah.
and you feel stressed, anxious, there's like a physical pain sensation there,
Yeah.
and panic. When we've come to an understanding that your unhelpful thinking styles we had as catastrophizing, jumping to conclusions, overgeneralizing, and all or nothing thinking.
Yeah.
So now, the last step of this whole process is to look at those initial thoughts or beliefs that you had and potentially finding evidence for them or against them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in terms of feeling like, we'll go with the first belief that you wrote down. Oh, I wrote down. So people think that I'm not meant to be there. So what's the factual evidence for it, or what's the factual evidence against it?
I feel like the factual evidence, there really isn't any. It's just how I think. Maybe the factual evidence against it would be no one's ever said that to me.
Yep, no one's ever said that.
And yeah, like evidence against it is like people, when people look at me, people, this is what people do, people look at other people and
Is this for your thought or against it?
against it.
Against it.
Yeah, evidence against it would also be, just no one's ever said anything to me, and people look at other people, and so that's some evidence against it.
Okay, so against the thought of you're not meant to be there, the evidence for it is that's just how you think, and then the evidence against it is no one's actually ever said anything, and people look at people. That's just human nature, essentially, is what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. And what would you think? There's one that I could use.
What do you mean by that question? Sorry.
So what's something that I could like if I'm struggling to find evidence against it, what are some techniques you can give me?
So you might be able to think of some helpful self-statements.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
At the end of this session, I'll email it over to you.
Okay.
Do you have a computer at home?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what I can do is I'll email it to you, and you can just continue to fill it out.
Yeah.
Before our next session. Don't worry if you don't get it all completed. This is just a kind of start to help with those unhelpful thinking styles that may be present.
Okay.
So, I know I probably may have overwhelmed you a little bit with that exercise.
No, that's okay.
How are you feeling?
No, I don't feel too bad about it actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a good way to start. You know, helping.
Yep. Okay. So I'll send you the thought diary. Is there anything else that's happened for you this week that you kind of want to talk about before we look at ending the session?
Not really. No, I've just been having the same sort of anxiety, you know. So it'll be good to sort of start working on this.
Yep.
On this thought diary, so it can help me.
Yep. Yeah. And how do you feel about approaching those thoughts and kind of challenging them? Have you done that before?
No, I've never done it before.
No?
No.
Are there any kind of emotions that are coming up for you when you think about challenging?
Yeah, it makes me feel a bit anxious, a bit like nervous about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what makes you feel nervous?
Just like, what if it doesn't work?
Yep.
Yeah. What if it doesn't help, and what if it makes it worse?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's completely valid to feel that way, to feel, you know, concerned. It is, you know, a new little therapy that we are doing together, and you know, I just want you to know that there's no right or wrong. We're on this journey together, and you know, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
We don't have to get it right the first time, but we can work through it together.
Yeah.
To the best of our abilities,
yeah.
and hopefully see maybe a little bit of an improvement.
Yeah.
But I just want to try and ease that nervousness.
Yeah.
Trying new things can sometimes bring up nerves, but that's okay. Also, I did just want to make you aware that this is our second session, so our session that we will book in for after I say this will be our last session.
Yeah, okay.
How are you feeling about that?
A little bit stressed about it actually. Yeah, because it's coming to an end sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you want to tell me what it is that's making you feel stressed?
I just feel like I'll have no more help after this.
Okay.
Yeah, like my help comes to a stop.
Anything else that comes to mind?
Yeah, I just feel lonely again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of sit with that. You know, you're feeling stressed, and that potentially there's going to be no more help, and that you're going to feel lonely. I do just want to reiterate that although our next session will be our last session, I am going to help you to the best of my ability to transition you to another service if you're happy to do so.
Yeah.
So there will be further support. You're not just going to finish on our third session and then that's it.
Yeah.
In terms of help from someone, even though that person may not be me, we can still work together and arrange for further help if that's what you're after. Yeah?
Sounds good.
How do you feel hearing that?
Make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's always scary having to start something new with someone.
Yeah, it is.
But I want to make it the easiest transition that we can.
That'd be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just write that down so that I can ensure that. Okay, so now that our session is almost up, I want to kind of check with you when would be a good time for our next session.
Usually around this time, like on a Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon works good for me. Yeah. And
did you want a 3 p.m. session again? Or 4 p.m. I think it was today. Yeah, I think today was 4 p.m.
Yeah.
4's good?
Yeah, 4's good.
Okay. Do you have uni tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Were you quite, like, how were you feeling after our session last week? Did you go to class the next day?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so So I'll try and go again tomorrow, see how I go.
Yeah.
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 See how I feel.
All good. So I will email you that thought diary as well, and just, you know, pick at it a little bit by little bit. I'm happy to even work through it in our next session if you don't have the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to, you know, thank you again for coming to today's session.
Thank you.
and being so open and you know, wanting to try the CBT. Great work today. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a summary of today's session. So I did kind of go over the confidentiality agreement just so then we were on the same page. We had a little check-in from how you were feeling from our last session. I did ask you about CBT, explain CBT, and you consented to using it to assist with some of your unhelpful thoughts. And then together we also looked through a thought diary, looking at the ABCD model, and then I'm also going to email that off to you after our session today, so then you can continue looking at that diary. I also discussed that our next session, it will be our last session. You did say that you did feel a little bit anxious and nervous about that happening, and that potentially there would be no more help. But I do want to just reassure you that before you do leave, we'll make sure that there's steps in place to continue the support that you need and want. And we've also booked for our last session next Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Sounds really good.
Sound all good? Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
that all right. Nothing else you want to add or? No?
I'm good, thanks.
Yep, I summarised that good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, that is it for today, Ryan. I just want to thank you again so much for coming today and being open, and yeah, it's been great.
Oh, thank you very much.